Hello everyone, and welcome back. Because it has been so cold recently, I've been doing a lot of reading. Not like real books, gross. I do a lot of reading online. I read a lot of manga, and I know the morality of reading manga online is questionable, but you cannot afford to buy physical copies of manga and afford food. Although I do try to support the authors that I read from as best I can. That being said, I have been reading on these websites for years now. Despite that, only recently have I come across a cute little feature that some of these websites tend to have, and that is a comments section. Now, as we all know, comment sections are lawless hellscapes, whose horrors are akin to the fire swamp from The Princess Bride. YouTube itself being a perfect example of that. But there's something special about these manga website comment sections, because they're not nearly as toxic as the YouTube comment sections, but they still have those little nuggets of horrible comments. Once I started actually paying attention to these comment sections, I got addicted. I found myself almost not reading the chapter. I would skim through whatever I was reading just to get to whatever they possibly were saying in the comment sections, because they were so horrible and cringy, but still very entertaining. So I've noticed a few different types of commenters and conversations popping up as I read, and so I thought I would share some of these with you and we could take a look at these together. Now, I've kind of broken these into a few different categories just to organize them a little bit. And the first and generally most tame category are the people who are actually commenting on the manga itself. They just like to point out the little things that they've noticed or their opinions because everyone really was asking for that. Now, here's an example of someone who decided to post their opinion, and it sparked up a little conversation. This guy does not like women. Why? Because woman. My favorite thing about that one is that no one comes back to respond to that conversation. Like, the original poster who says this guy does not like woman doesn't come back to explain. Other people decide to explain for him in their just perfectly elegant way. As you can see, these wonderfully elegant comments can often bring up conversations similar to the one we just looked at. However, these conversations can often become a little more hostile. They can go from having a confusing and almost incomprehensible conversation to calling each other's mothers racial slurs in just a moment. For example, this. Dude, the killer is a girl. That is Hollyhock. This one is a male ex-JDF soldier. You're talking about the one inside the safe zone. So you're just a piece of shit. Now, I don't really remember which manga this was from, so I can't tell if I knew what they were talking about in the beginning of the conversation at the time I screenshotted it, or if it just never made sense. But this is a perfect example of what I was talking about, where one person just came in swinging right out the bat. He wasn't even one of the original commenters. He just came in attacking blindly for no reason. I don't even know who he's talking about. Like, one guy was just commenting and correcting someone, and the last one just came in guns a-blazing. Did not care to identify the person. He was just, you are a piece of shit. Next, we have some of the more relatable comments. Now, this is where shit really kind of starts to take off in the strange direction. The other ones were just comments that you could have had on almost any platform. But because manga tends to have a lot of fan service in it, you get these really horny comments. Not only do you get horny comments, such as PP go burr, which if you could ever describe your penis as going burr, go to the hospital. But not only can you comment things, you can also post images in these comment sections, such as this absolute work of art. Now, I honestly can't tell if this is an Avengers reference or maybe it's some reference that I don't understand, but thinking about the person who had to sit down and create this just makes me very sad. Only in manga, my high school fucking sucks, 'cause didn't have no sexy nurse. Yeah, you know, I had a really hard time in high school. I was beat up every day. The teachers pretty much hated me. My grades sucked. The system pretty much failed me in every way. But I didn't really care about that, you know? High school was just so hard for me, 'cause didn't have no sexy nurse. Now, despite there being plenty of fan service and blatantly sexual content in manga, the biggest atrocity that can ever happen to you in your life, if you're one of the people who likes to comment in these comment sections, is that they possibly censor it at all. This sets people off. And I collected a beautiful group of people who are angry at censorship as a concept. If you censored another titty, I'ma kill you. Censored. Why though? The best thing about all of these is these were all found one after the other. They were all mad about the same exact chapter. These weren't even spread out. These are 3 separate people mad about the exact same thing. They are brothers in arms at this point. And as much as I love these comments, as much as I love the people who are just so horny for anime titties, there is nothing better than the trolls on these comment sections. Because they have gathered together to find the best way to piss everyone off in this little slice of heaven of theirs. Most trolls are able to post something once and get people pretty frustrated at them. But because these comment sections are available at the end of every single chapter you read, trolls are able to then post that annoying thing every single chapter. I was reading a manga once where at the end of it, someone just kept commenting, "Now that's a bruh moment," on every chapter. And I'll admit, it pissed me off for a little while. It was before I really understood that this was a thing that people were doing, and I thought it was just this one super annoying guy. Pretty quickly it turned around and I was pretty entertained by it because of the comments underneath that were getting angry. Some of the comments weren't even necessarily just angry, they had just given up all hope and just begged them to stop. And while I appreciate this, I think maybe it was a little too directly annoying. Like the first time I saw this, I thought, well, that's pretty cringy and annoying. And then by the second time I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck this guy. I was already angry at him. But luckily, bruh moment guy is not alone. No, there are plenty of internet trolls out there, even in these comment sections, and they have been tweaking and refining this craft to find the perfect thing to say or the perfect image to post to make everyone very, very angry. And honestly, I think they did it. I think they have found the ultimate weapon against people just trying to read manga on the internet. And it might be a little underwhelming at first, but it is this image. Now, why do I think this is the perfect troll? Because it's subtle. It's not direct. It's not sitting down and typing bruh under all 698 chapters of Bleach. When you first see this Pikachu, you think to yourself, what happened in this chapter to elicit the response of scary-looking side-glance Pikachu? The second time you see it, you think, maybe there's some overarching theme that I'm missing that this is the perfect response to. Now, by the third time, you've probably figured out that it is in fact a troll, but it's just this. It's not that intimidating, it's not that significantly annoying, so you think to yourself, well, I'll just ignore it. It's not that bad. And that's when they've got you. Because after hours and days of scrolling in this manga, and at the end of every chapter, you see this little smirk. It starts to get to you. It starts to get into your head. And eventually, you're seeing that little smirking bastard in your dreams. Dreams that become nightmares. You start to see him out of the corner of your eye. You start to see him in the mirror. And eventually, you snap. You have to do something about it. You just have to make it stop. So you do the only thing you can. Stop posting this pic on every chapter, you shithead. My favorite response to this Pikachu picture is this one. Hello, is there anyone who's like a moderator at this website? This guy, I don't know why, but his Pikachu is annoying me. Please kill him or delete all his comments. Like, first off, this is a comment section. There is no joy. There are no rules. There is only pain. But also, imagine if that's just how rule enforcement worked. At the request of one guy, you could either kick someone out or fucking murder them. So then I was like,
Badgers? We don't need no stink. Oh, here, 1 second. Excuse me, waiter. Oh, yes, how may I help you? I'm so sorry to bother you. Everything's great, fantastic. There's just that table over there. They're being really loud. Is there any way you could, like, get them to quiet down or, like kill them or something? Oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much, yeah. Again, so sorry for the inconvenience, but you should be all set now.
All of those comments have been incredible. They were so entertaining, but I think my favorite comment of all time comes from probably the only place it could come from, the incel breeding cesspool of the Naruto fandom. Sasuke is a bitch emo guy. Too weak, too bitch. Sasuke may be an emo bitch, but he is not weak. He can activate the Susanoo and has double Mangekyo Sharingan. And as you are witnessing, is taking on Samurai, the Raikage, and the Kazekage. Never disrespect Sasuke. First off, Too Weak, Too Bitch is my favorite Fast and Furious movie. Second, I love how he says never disrespect Sasuke, but the very first thing he says in this is that he agrees that Sasuke is an emo bitch. I just cannot imagine getting this heated about someone insulting a fictional character who, by all definition, is an emo bitch. I can smell this man's unwashed fedora from here. The craziest part of this entire phenomena is that you have to use your Facebook account in order to leave these comments. Like, that's too much information to give these people, is direct access to your Facebook. Also, that's so embarrassing. Who has Facebook anymore? Anyways, that was a tour through my little collection of screenshotted comments from mangas. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be hopefully making some more videos. I have a lot of things planned, I have a lot of things scripted, but I'm just a bit lazy, so hopefully I'll get my butt in gear and start making some more videos. I also stream every Tuesday and Thursday over on Twitch, twitch.tv/TeddyRedstork. So come say hi there. I'll leave all of my links in the description. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic day.